Namaskar. Hello and welcome to 𝗣𝗽𝗀𝘀 channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. Today, Sumit is joining me and we're going to be talking about the expanding conflict area about what is happening in the Arabian Sea. And I'm talking in specific about the attack on an Indian vessel by Somali pirates who took over. And I think the process of being freed is going on right now with an INS naval ship also in the region. What is the background of this? Why is it now that something that has been going on between Hamas and Israel has now broadened itself into trying to pull in one of the major powers in the area, which is India? So to know all about this and more, let's welcome Sumit 𝗖𝗍𝗍. But before that, please like our video, and you might also want to consider donating to us using the super chat or superscript button. You can locate the $ at the bottom right corner of your phone, and you can click there and show your appreciation. Thank you once again, and let's welcome Sumit 𝗖𝗍𝗍. Sumitji, namaskar. How are you?
Jai Siyaram, namaskar, pranam, vanakkam, all fine and good, Sri sir.
What is the latest on the rescue going on? Have all the hostages been freed, sir?
Sir, in the name of Bhagwan Sree Ganesha, let's do the Sree Ganesha of this vlog. Sir, I have immense pleasure in informing all our brothers and sisters that all the hostages are safe. Rescue is 100% done. It was done in a record time of, within 24 hours to 48 hours. And what was very, very electrifying was when everybody, irrespective of the state, irrespective of the religion, irrespective of the caste, color, we have so many demographic divides in India, but everybody was saying, Bharat Mata Ki Jai, Bharat Mata Ki Jai, Bharat Mata Ki Jai. This was literally electrifying when I saw the video. So what happened, sir? It all happened, I think, 24 hours back when we got a call that one of our ships carrying around 15 to 25, that is the number in between, the Indian sailors, is abducted by Somali pirates. They have captured the ship, are trying to take it. So Indian Navy got the call and Indian Navy activated its fleet. The fleet reached them, and by the time Marcos commandos were deployed there, they are on these naval ships of ours. They warned the pirates, and as soon as the pirates came to know that the Indian Navy is reaching them, they came to know that the Marcos commandos are on the board. The pirates immediately flew the ship. They left the ship, though, nikal ke, bhag gaye. They flew the scene in their boats, and then the Marcos from a helicopter went in. And this all video, what I'm telling you, is on the Navy's Twitter handle. Navy has tweeted this video. So Marcos went into the ship. They sanitized the whole ship, and I have immense pleasure in informing you, not even one person was touched, not even one piece of cargo was touched. There was no damage to the ship. As a matter of fact, that the Indian Navy and Marcos are on the job, that had sent pirates running like shitheads and jumping into the sea and disappearing somewhere. So, and as you know, today, Indian Marcos are rated, as per some assessments, they are rated better than Navy SEALs today. The training is the toughest in the whole of the special forces and all. I mean, 1, 2, 3, you can rate them in anywhere between 1 to 3. A lot of surveys, a lot of rating agencies rate them number 1 in the world because the kind of training they go through is immense. And Marcos can operate in sea, they can operate in air, and they can operate in land. So Marcos are not only confined to the sea. Like we have 𝗤𝙧 commandos. 𝗤𝙧 are basically for Air Force. We have special forces basically for army and land operations and all. But Marcos are the only commando force which has been developed lately that can, kind of operate all the things, and even underwater. Their underwater training skills are immense. I think they go to the hardest training in the whole world. That is what makes a Marcos. And their hit rate is 100%. And another thing I will tell you about Marcos is nobody knows the identity of a Marcos commando. Nobody will know where they are deployed. All their operations, 99.99% of their operations are never talked about, never declared. So it's a very, very protected lot. You can still see a face of a special forces guy or a 𝗤𝙧 commander, but you will never see the face of a Marcos commando. You will never know who's a Marcos commando. So that is what Marcos is. So the point here I'm trying to draw is that two things which we have to understand. Look, Americans try to do an alliance wherein they got 10 or 20 countries. Let's go together and fight in the Red Sea and have this alliance against the Houthis and all. India refused to be a part of that alliance, saying that, look, we as India can protect our interests. We don't need to be part of any alliance, and we are not fighting anybody's battle. India sent, I think, 3 to 5 warships, battleships in the region to protect Indian assets and Indian interests. Now, this was a test case. Now, typically Houthis are attacking, the Indian ships or the, whoever ships, typically Israeli ships. And today, as per my information, 2 Israeli tankers got attacked today morning. And I don't know, I can't confirm right now, but my sources are telling me that there's a lot of damage which has been caused to them, and they have caught the fire. Now, India did not choose to be a part of the alliance and chose that we can protect our assets and we can protect our interests. Now, if you see after this, Red Sea fiasco, suddenly after 2017, what I've been talking on PGurus is that the Somali pirates have got activated, sir, because now the navies are scattered here and there and there. Now, these Somali pirates who were in dead docks since 2017-18, suddenly they have started getting activated and they have started attacking ships, thinking, again, these Somali pirates are doing it as per, what to say, they are just trying to make money out of it. It's not hitting any particular country. Whereas Houthis in Yemen are particularly tracking countries. This country we have to hit, this country we do not have to ship. Yesterday, Houthi commander has released a video where he has shown the American and British coffins in the Red Sea, saying, warning Americans and Britishers, if you come here, your coffins will float in the Red Sea. And he has told them the war will not stop. And especially after the killing of, this commander of Hezbollah in Syria, then after another killing, which after Aruri, the number 2 of Hamas, now these people in Hamas, Hezbollah are also fearing war. And as per the Israeli defense minister today, he is saying an imminent full-scale war with Hezbollah is on the cards. It's going to happen any day. This is what I have been also predicting. Now we are seeing a lot of things heating up in the Middle East, a lot of things happening on the sea. So in that, this was a very important rescue and nothing was harmed. We could do it in the shortest possible of time. We could rescue our ops. What has changed? There's something which has changed, because the title of is What Has Changed. There was a time in this country, in the Congress rule, there was a gentleman, I don't say how to call him a gentleman, there was an evil man called Warren Anderson. He was the chairman of Union Carbide. Union Carbide gas leak, because of their complacent attitude and not to spend money on the plant, which was not making a lot of money for them, we lost around 15 to 20,000 lives. We lost around 20,000 lives. But Warren Anderson came to India, he was apprehended, and there was an Indian government at that time, which gave him a car, which gave him a chartered plane and let him go to United States of America. So after having blood of 20,000 Indians on his hands, not literally his hands, because he was complicit, they did not put money on the plant, they didn't bother about the safety of the Indians. The person could come to India, do a drama and leave from India. We have seen that time. We have bomb blasts here and there, aaj 100 mare, 70 mare, yeah, Chennai bomb, Madras bomb, Bangalore bomb, Kashmir bomb, Gujarat bomb, Ahmedabad, Jaipur, Jodhpur. They were every day we were counting dead. What changed from 2014 is the political will, is the political dispensation, how we are handling things. Let me take my attention of my friends and my viewers to Yemen. When there was a full-fledged war going in between Yemen, between Saudis and the Yemenis, 𝗣𝗂𝘁, who was again an ex-army chief, went there, got a window. When the anti-aircraft guns were blazing, India lands there, does the most heroic rescue. That was but my assessment, that was the most heroic rescue when we evacuated from Yemen. Then we have evacuations from Ukraine. Then we have evacuations from Israel. Then we had evacuations from elsewhere in the world. And recently, if you look at the Uttaranchal, there was a tunnel incident. Unfortunately, some of our brothers who were Shramjeevis, we don't call them laborers, we call them Shramjeevis or Shramiks or who do the Shramdhan, who are builders, because we don't call them laborers. Labor is a very capitalistic term. We call them the people who are building or helping to build. Now, these our brothers got tapped. Usually, in a typical capitalistic world or in a country like China, nobody will bother. When there are 30, 40 of them, it's okay. Accidents happen. I will give you an example. In Chinese New Year, before they open the roads to villages and towns, few thousand people die every year, and nobody bothers about China. And we have been talking about P-Gurus. How many people died? She's making those stadiums for FIFA in Qatar. Nobody seems to be talking about. And they say, okay, you have insurance. We'll pay you the insurance. It's a part of the job. But our people were there. What happened? Nitin Gadkari was literally camping there. Damiji was camping there. General V.K. Singh was camping there. We had one chief minister, 2 cabinet ministers literally camping there, and PMO asking update after 3 hours, and HMO already getting things done. And because Mr. Amit Shah is also responsible for Ministry of Cooperation. Cooperation is where all the ministries are coordinating. What has changed? It is not the pushing file attitude. Pushing file attitude is, bhai, ye tumhara kaam hai, tum dekh lo. This is NDRF, refer NDRF noting, dekho. Now today, suddenly what I have seen, in the last 4-5 years after 2014, especially after 2018, whenever there's a problem, it is the collective will of India, it is the collective might of India which gets behind it. What we have seen in Hollywood movies, in the American tagline is, we will never leave a man behind. If you see the Black Swan, if you see other movies, it is really appreciated. You go back and pull out your last man, even if he's dead or alive, even if you pull the body, whatever it takes. I salute that resolve. That's the resolve the country should have. But there are some countries in this world who don't care. It's 40 people. And to be direct and honest, it depended upon your stature in India a few years back. If you're a big shot, if a Rajkumar, the South Indian actor got kidnapped by Veerappan, so everything will be thrown into even the kitchen sink to get him out. But if a Sarkari Adhikari or a junior guy gets kidnapped or gets caught, it's okay. He's not a Rajkumar. So it's okay. It doesn't matter. Now, what has changed? Even if 40 laborers get stuck in a tunnel, which is a part of the job, which is the risk you run, you get the best tunnel experts, you get your ministers to come there, you get everybody to go there. Last time there was a real accident, Sree sir, we discussed on P Gurus. Ashwini Vaishnav was there. He was there, and he was there standing on the ground, and he did not even have a chance to have a shower for, 2 days, 3 days, because he could not leave the site. The instructions are very clear. You cannot leave the site, you have to be there. Now, when Ukraine happened, we have seen our ministers, Sindhya ji and V.K. Singh ji, were on the ground. They were distributing those water bottles. Nahi to minister ka kaam thodi water bottle dena. When the people land in Indira Gandhi International Airport, you have one minister who is giving the flowers to everybody. So the message we are giving, it's not important you are a Rajkumar or you're a Rajnikant or a Amitabh Bachchan, you're a big politician, or you can be Mukti Mohammed Saeed's daughter, where you would leave the hardcore terrorist because she's Home Minister's daughter. Anybody to everybody, wherever you are, if you're an Indian, and you're a proud Indian, the government of India will be behind you, amidst your stature, amidst your economic stature, amidst your political stature, amidst the demographic divide we have. In all these rescues, Sree sir, what I have seen, what the message has been giving is Bharat Mata Ki Jai. You, Sachin bhai, pull all the videos from any of these rescues. You will see the slogan. And this is spoken by a person who doesn't even speak Hindi. Somebody from down south may not even speak Hindi, may not know a word of Hindi, but he will say Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Is exactly when we see Tamil, we see Telugu people, we see people from Kerala and all, when they reach out, they say Jai Shri Ram. That's the only Hindi possibly they know or speak. But they will say Jai Shri Ram. Bharat Mata Ki Jai is that mantra which has prevailed, because today the message is very clear. Any Indian life matters, every Indian life matters, and every Indian life is important as any Indian life. This kind of elitist approach in saving lives, this elitist approach in letting people go, it is gone. Now, in today's time, it is unthinkable. Warren Anderson could have walked into India and he could have got out after having 20,000 people killed, literally killed. But this is what has changed. This is what has done. Now, India is standing to the honor. That last time there was a Norwegian ship which was kidnapped. Indian Army was the first respondent. Even a lot of Somali piracy is controlled by the Indian Navy, because Indian Navy in almost 60% of the cases is the first respondent. Does not matter which is the country, we go respondent, we make sure they are safe. So Indian Navy, his stature on the Indian Ocean continues to be the dominating force. That is what it should be. India said, look, we don't have to be a part of that alliance because you guys are already a part of that alliance. There is no value addition which Indian Navy is going to do. Right? Thank you. So the Indian Navy is not going to do any value addition, so we have to be part of that alliance. So, and now standing to your word, wherein you say you can do it and you being able to do it, Sree sir, how many countries are today there who can commit this, who are not part of the alliance and can rescue their interests within 48 hours? That is what is the heroic rescue. Because today it is top driven, it is not NDRF. Today, if you look at Yemen, if you look at Israel evacuations, if you look at Uttaranchal, Nitin Gadkari ji is road transport minister, but he is there. 𝗤𝙗𝙬 is chief minister, he is there. V.K. Singh ji does not have anything to do with tunnels, but he is there. You will have the district magistrate there, you will have the SP there, you will have the NDRF there, you will have the Videsh Mantri, Greh Mantri, officers from everywhere there. What we have seen in these typical Hollywood movies, that war room and there is a decision-making process and there are people who are monitoring it and all. Earlier it was NDRF. देखो भैया तुम क्या कर सकते हो. Now, what will NDRF do alone? NDRF needs support from 20 other people and 20 other things to happen. Earlier, they will be sent a note to Navy. Kindly look into it. Now, it is not Navy's problem. It is India's problem. It is not only Marcos. I am very sure there will be ISRO will be involved, NTRO will be involved, intelligence agencies will be involved, military intelligence would have been involved, and so many things, right? Home Minister who was busy changing to, yeah, मैं उसी पे आ रहा हूँ. So, now this change has changed. And I know for sure, I can tell you, if there's an unfortunate incident like this, PMO has to be updated and the Prime Minister has to be updated every 3 hours. हर 3 घंटे में मोदी जी पूछते क्या हुआ बताओ. मतलब he will ask one of his OSDs or whoever, he has to coordinate and get him the report. Sir, this is what happened 3 hours back. This is what happened after 3 hours. When you have the Prime Minister and the Home Minister himself monitoring and asking for information after every 3 hours. Now, this collective will of India has prevailed, and India has shown that India is not a weak and meek country. India can also protect its interests. This is what has changed. Now, talking about the geopolitics of it, what I've told you, the Middle East is going to erupt. It's a matter of time when it will erupt, because Israelis are up for it. Look at, if you want to look at the mood of Middle East, just look at the Twitter handles of Mossad. Mossad is mocking Hassan Nasrallah. If Sachin Bhai can pull it, it's on the Twitter Mossad handle. They are mocking Hassan Nasrallah, they are mocking Ismail Haniyeh, they are mocking the Iranian president, they are mocking everybody. They are provoking them. What are you up to? And the Israeli defense minister is saying to it, we are prepared for the full-fledged war with Hezbollah. Now, Iran is in a very catch-22 situation. And there are a lot of people within America whom I have been following, and there are some people whom I have the privilege of occasionally talking to. They are telling me that even the Americans are tired of this. This persistent security threat by Iran, this persistent disruption by Iran, this persistent, putting a gun on your head, I'm going to shoot. Americans are also tired of this. And the world is running out of its fuse. How long can the fuse be there? And with no money for Zelensky is now out of the theater command. So this is what has happened in the kind of Middle East. This is what we have been doing. And even we today had one more success with the Aditya, mission. Aditya mission was launched off, and there was a great success. A lot of people have been congratulating on that. The point I'm trying to make is today, now India is not doing that pushing the file, your job. It is the country getting together, pooling its resources, and the top man is bothered. He's concerned. Mere ko 3 ghante mein report chahiye. Every 3 hours I need what happened. And then you see this collective will working. Then you see these authorities and power coming in. And it can be sure, it is a given, sir. When you are kind of operating in high seas, of course you need assistance. You are coordinating with countries. So MEA, yes, will be involved. So was MEA coordinating with a few friendly countries? Possibly, yes. So this is what has changed. This was not happening before 2014. After 2014, you are seeing this collective resolve of India coming and changing the order. And let me tell you another thing which happened here. When we used to talk of India, we used to talk of a state, then we used to talk of a department, then we used to talk of a last man. It will go up, and ultimately it will reach the last clerk sitting on the desk, and he has to do the noting. Everybody will pass the file. Now, what has the culture changed? Culture has changed that PMO is talking to his next man, possibly to Mr. Amit Shah. Kya hua Amit ji? Dr. Jaishankar, Dr. Saab, what happened? So when this change happens, now you don't have a Babu talking to a Babu, you don't have a clerk talking to a clerk. No, you have the Prime Minister talking to the Foreign Affairs Minister, talking to the Home Minister, talking to the Defense Minister. And you have their, levels who are crossing notes. This is where the accountability has changed. This is what has changed. And if I look at the Twitter handles, the world is praising this rescue because of the one mere fact. Somali pirates just ran away hearing that Marcos are coming. If this is the message, if this is what is happening, and even if houthis try their hands on Indian assets and all, there will be forces who will try to drag India into this war. India is trying to keep away from the war, which is a wise strategy. But I don't know how long and how far can India keep away from the war, because these people are good at drawing the world into the war. This is Sree, sir, what is broadly happening. Aditya mission was good. This was good. And one thing is there. I don't know one thing, which is a bit appalling. When all these things happen, we still have some conflicting voices within the country, which are condemning this, which are questioning this, which are doing this, which are doing this. Rather than that's the spirit, that spirit of euphoria, where you celebrate and where you salute your braves, you are still questioning, why did this happen? Why didn't this happen? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? This attitude of bickering has to go. And another, what my heart feels bad, why the opposition parties, why the political parties on the other side of the divide, on the other side of, why they are not congratulating our security forces? For this, Indian Navy at least needs to be congratulated. Marcos Commando need to be congratulated. You have to at least congratulate Rajnath Singh ji for this work which they have done. Now here, even when there is the pride of India, when there's a moment where all India should be proud, we are seeing, Shri sir, we are seeing that there's still Rajniti is happening. There's nobody's going to the Twitter handles. But I'm telling you, if there is a small incident of a BJP worker going and passing a comment on some other girl or some other boy somewhere, that will become the talk of the town. Ki BJP ke neta ne aisa kiya. But when such heroic incidents happen, then there's such heroic missions of rescue happen. Why our political system? Why our intellectuals? Why our diaspora? Everybody should be congratulating. Everybody should be at least thanking them. I have saluted Marcos Commandos on the one or two TV shows who have been on this topic, because they deserve that applaud. So what I request you all, whichever social media you are, kindly like this video, share this video, and please make sure you put a like, or you put a comment, or you share this video, which is available on the Navy handle, on your LinkedIn, on your Facebook, on your everything. Let the world know India has arrived. Let us tell the world we mean business. Let's tell the world we are not only talking now, we are delivering now. And wherever the operation is, however the critical it is, who is the first man on the ground now? The first man on the ground is not a man in the uniform. It's also a politician who is on the ground. It's also a mantri who is on the ground. It's a mantri who is not having shower for 3 days and standing in the tent. That is what Modi has changed. That is how India has changed. This is the change of the culture. And if you have to change the place, you have to change the culture. And the culture always flows from the top. Remember, my friends, culture always flows from the top. This is what we have seen. We have seen those days of, patharbazi. We have seen days of agitations. We have seen all the bad things going wrong. We have seen those scams after scams after scams after scams. And now we have seen these heroic things. We can play this. इंडियन नेवी के हैंडल पे भी है सचिन भाई ये वीडियो. In this video, you can see the Marcos have gone down from a helicopter. They are sanitizing the ship. They're making sure everything is done. They make sure there are no booby traps, no bombs and all. It's all happening on the high sea. We could have a problem if we didn't have an elite commando force like Marcos. And there is one Bollywood joker who was telling that one Marcos guy wanted to have a selfie with me. I said, come on, yaar. Asli heroes don't have selfies with the nakli heroes. I mean, you are only good at those, sets made of cardboard. This is real life heroes, right? These are real life heroes. There's no light camera and action here. This is all sweat and blood. It's all live bullets, right? This is Indian Marcos. This is what Indian Marcos can do. You can see Marcos entering. You can see the Marcos entering. You can see them sanitizing the thing. And I'm proud. I thank Israelis. They have even showed this. A lot of international handlers, my friends, have shown this video, how Indians have got into the ship, how Indian Marcos commandos sanitized the ship, and how Indian Marcos commandos got the ship back. I think I am not sure, do I have a video of this? I have a video of this. But a lot of times we are getting now into these, unfortunately, copyright issues. I don't know who is doing this, but I'll see if I have the video of this.
तो अच्छा मत फीलिंग होती है. 24 घंटे से बंद है। इंडियन नेवी आने आके हम लोग को
Yeah.
थोड़ा राहत मिला है।
और इंडियन नेवी, आई एम प्राउड ऑफ इंडियन नेवी।
भारत माता के भारत माता के भारत माता के
We just showed this part, so let's
Sir, this
move
is
on.
this
Yeah.
is this is what I was telling viewers. Everybody, कोई भी rescue देखो, any rescue operation, you see one thing, one slogan is called Bharat Mata Ki Jai. And some people are getting irritated by it. Some people are getting agitated with it. You say Jai Shri Ram, some people get agitated by it. You say Vande Mataram, some people get agitated by it. Now, this is the victory of India. This is not victory of any state or government or province or district. This is the victory of India. Look at these sailors. Do I know their state? Do I know their names? Do I know their religion? Do I know their caste? Do I know the language they speak? Do I know their food habits? No. But everybody in one single tone was saying Bharat Mata Ki Jai. This is what has changed. And this is what people wanted this country to be divided. People wanted Hindus and all to be Hindus fighting Muslims, Muslims fighting Christians, and all fighting each other and divide, and tell, okay, I'll give you this, I'll give you this, I'll give you this. But these are the moments of national pride which should be celebrated across the spectrum. If you look up our Aditya mission, fantastic, everybody's congratulating us. I think it's an achievement when these rescue missions are put on a Mossad handle, are put on various international handles, where they are kind of appreciating the kind of rescue Indian Marcos and Indian Navy did. This is what is, what gives us, what swells our heart with pride. These are the moments what we are trying to cover in 𝗣𝗃 channel and letting people know that this operation is not only celebrated by us, this operation is celebrated by all our friends. And these operations are putting a chill down the spine of our enemies. They are on the right or they are on the left or they are within. Now, this confident India, this robust India, this India which knows what it has to do, this India which has capability to deliver within 48 hours is the new India. And let me tell you, friends, this is just the beginning. We have just begun. We have not reached the end. There is a lot to be done. And now what I want to draw home is this combined effort, Sree sir, where we are combining, it's not a passing the file. Again, I'm reiterating, it's not passing NDRF, dekho. No, everybody will get together, everybody will join the forces, and everybody will go after one mission. That is what has been the change. This attitude, this top-down attitude, and where the topmost man is concerned, where people are not counted as 10, 15, 20, 30 out of 1.4 billion, that has changed. Sree sir, you're living out of India, and there are a lot of people living out of India. They appreciate now this. Even when you go to Indian embassy after Prime Minister Modi came, the one thing which was told to every embassy, the message which went from then late Sushma ji to every ambassador and every embassy, look, everybody has to be treated special. Nobody is ordinary. Nobody is this. Everybody is special. Everybody has to be treated at par. We have to change the way we even deal with Indian diaspora. We handle Indian diaspora. We handle the last man of the Indian diaspora anywhere in the world. That attitude has to change. And you can see, all of you who are living out of India, you can see that the stature of India and Indian has elevated across the whole world. So there is something which we are doing right. There's something which we have got to do right. And these military wins cement your legacy and put the fear in your enemies. Sree sir, ji.
Thank you so much, Somitji. I just wanted to add a couple of things to your talk. First of all, the video I showed was actually from the Mossad handle. Mossad was sharing the video, and that's mute. There is no sound. And second thing is, many of you may have not seen it, but do watch. About 14 hours ago, I released an interview with a retired general from the Israeli army. He's actually currently a reservist, and he's going out and very active. He's a spokesperson. His name is General Israel 𝗤𝙑. How many times do you actually see a general come on television or on social media? Very rare. But when I approached them, they saw the importance of how India is solidly behind Israel. And that was the main reason why I could convince a good general to come and share his thoughts on our channel. And do watch that, because he's saying a lot without saying anything. You have to observe carefully what he's trying to say about where the future of Israel, Hamas, Palestine lies, and a very, very important message that has been shared there. Do watch that. And I just wanted to mention that to our viewers. Sumit, I think we can wrap now the discussion part, and we can take. There are lots of questions. We can take the questions now.
Sure. I just want to say one thing, sir, before we take the questions to all my brothers and sisters. Look, we'll take as many questions you have. There's no problem. Kindly like this video, and you do not forget January 22nd or January 24th, we have to come with a 500,000 mark. That is the commitment you have given to us, and that is the commitment you have to keep. And kindly do not forget to share this, and we should celebrate this movement, because that is putting the stature of country at a different level. And this is not a movie, this is not a Hollywood or a Bollywood or a OTT thing. This is the real life thing. So have pride in this and have pride in sharing this. Namaskar. Let's take the questions.
Yeah. Questions, please. 𝗤𝙗𝘃 𝗤𝘃𝘆 I hope I got it right. SPT. Namaskar, Sumit ji, Sree Iyer ji. Infiltration of Bangladesh Rohingyas through Odisha coast is an alarm menace. Please comment. Ashish Mangal Kamna. Never ending well wishes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the well wishes. Well, I have heard something about this is happening, but this has come into the cognizance. Rohingyas is a threat which is emanating around the whole world. And there is some reports which are coming from the Odisha coast and all. I think they have been worked on. And as it is in the media and we know something is being done about, we don't have a lot of update what exactly has happened on the ground, but we'll keep an eye on it and we'll update you as soon as we get something more concrete on this.
Next one, please. Magnet Ranga wants to know, Jai Sri Ram, is there a deal between India, Iran and Houthis? India has declined to join the alliance against Houthis. How will this affect India-US relations?
Sir, basically, India has said that we will protect our own interests in our own way. We don't want to be a part of any alliance, because if you go into a US-led alliance, by default, commander is US. You have to go and fight their wars. We don't want to be pulled into US wars, which are at times political, geopolitical, commercial interests. My interest prevails over interest. The Navy is good enough to prevent its interests and Indian interests over the high seas. That is what we have told them. We are good at guarding Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean is very big area. So you want to bring an alliance and you go and want to settle the Red Sea, you go and do it on there. As far as we are concerned, we are good at guarding Indian Ocean. We'll keep on guarding the Indian Ocean for your interests and our interests, all the interests. And if we have any challenges in the Red Sea, we can manage them on your own. And if we are not there, then we can ask for somebody's help. That is what the India's notion is. It is an statement based on the feasibility and practicality and not getting pulled into conflict.
Next question from RGB116. Namaskar, sirs. Your views on tiny state media praising Modi. Is it genuine or are there ulterior motives?
Well, everything in China has an ulterior motive. It is not, Chinese are not praising anything. Chinese want you to be complacent. Chinese want you to be thinking China is changing, winds are changing. And let me tell you, there was a meeting a couple of days before. I think around 3 days back, there was a meeting. 𝗣𝗽𝗍, Governor of J&K, Raw Chief was there, Home Secretary Saab was there, and few more officials, very high ranking. Manoj Pandey, General Pandey was there. So when all these people were there, they were discussing something, and next day we know Chinooks are moved to the Rajasthan border. That is, next day Chinooks are moved to the Rajasthan border. And Chinooks are heavy lift helicopters, right? So when we have such developments coming in, because as per our information, which is in the open media, I can share you, the deployments of Pakistan and China along the border have increased substantially. We have also moved the deployments. We have also done our repositioning of our assets. This happened around 3 days back. So in that context, if Chinese are praising you, they want you to be complacent. They want you to be thinking China is changing, dil badal raha hai, dor badal raha hai, but nothing doing. Chinese and us praising Prime Minister Modi or no praising, they cannot camouflage their intentions or their evil intentions around the praises.
Next one, please. Kesar wants to know, Sumitji, did Modiji Lakshadweep calling to tourists has rattled Maldives big time? A political statement to Maldives and Modiji that don't be a double standard.
You see, we have this policy of Make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, vocal for local. So if we have, practically speaking, I have been to Maldives, right? I have been to Maldives for my work. I cannot afford to go on a Maldives on a holiday. Meri auqat nahi hai. I cannot go on. I have been on work. My company was paying my bills, and I had these customers. I'll tell you, Watani and 𝗣𝗽𝗪𝗏, they're the two biggest telcos there. They even gave me a speedboat. Usually it's $2,000 to hire for a few hours. They gave me a speedboat. Ki jahan jana jao. I've been here and there. I lived in a hotel which was $350. I cannot live in a resort because the bottle is $7 per bottle of water. Today maybe it's 15. It's a richest place. Ordinary people cannot live there. And let me tell you one thing, sir. After 6 o'clock, when you travel through the Indian Ocean, it's all dark. The waves can go up to 4 feet, 5 feet. There are people who are telling the waves can go up to 6 feet. So even if you have all the speedboats in the world, I can't narrate this incident here. I have been through a scare of my life, going through a speedboat in the mid of the ocean after 6 o'clock. And though Maldivians don't travel, crazy people like us do that because we don't know how the ocean looks like. Now, if people are going there, it is unfortunately the Indian Bollywood celebrities who possibly got a free Rehna, Khana and all. They went to Maldives. They put Maldives on the international list. And, some of them have very good bodies and chiseled bodies. When you do bikini shoots and when you do those swimming shot shoots there, it catches the eye and suddenly Maldives becomes something. Let me tell you, sir, Lakshadweep is 10 times better than Maldives. And Lakshadweep is 10 times cheaper than Maldives. 10 times cheaper than Maldives. And in Lakshadweep, there's one thing you must not forget. For God's sake, for 2 minutes, if there is a problem, if there's a national calamity in Lakshadweep, your mighty Indian Army, your mighty Indian Navy, your mighty Indian Air Force, and your NDRF, and your the might of India to take you out, to evacuate you. If such a thing happens in Lakshadweep, it is only between God and yourself. There's nothing Lakshadweep can do, right? China is not.
I think you meant Maldives.
Sorry, yeah, Maldives. I confused between slip of tongue. So when something happens in Maldives, only God can save you. Nothing is there to rescue you. So if we have something, and why should we let our foreign currency go out when we have better things like that in India? So if Maldives thinks it is double standard, let them think. We have given you vaccines, we have given you food, we have given you shelter, we have protected you in the tsunami, we have protected you in Operation Cactus. It was not as in Operation Cactus, there will be no Maldives. We have given you injections, and when you were in the peak of COVID, we sent a ship full of doctors and nurses. We sent you concentrators, we sent you everything. Every time you needed us, we have saved you there. We have given you Douglas aircrafts, Dornier aircraft, and naval boats and those caveats for protecting yourself. We have trained your people. Now you have a pro-China president and you want us to go out of this, but you forgot, admits that you are 85% of the economy runs on our money. So if Prime Minister Modi is saying be vocal for local, which is a strategy of India, what the hell is double standards is this? We don't want to splash our money out. Yes, but some Bollywood, these celebrities and sellouts will still go to Bollywood. They will still be in bikinis there. They will have the shoots and try to put it on Instagram. In a way, they are promoting Maldives. So even you have to now see, now when the Prime Minister has given the clarion call, when I have explained you the geopolitical situations, what does China want? China wants India to leave Maldives and be just below India in Maldives. That is what China wants. And this all game is played because of that. And when Prime Minister is given the clarion call, I think for all patriotic Indians living in India or anywhere in India, the message is very clear. It is Lakshadweep. It is no more Maldives. And whatever Maldives wants to sing, they are entitled their opinion. Bhai, jitni auqat hai, utne pange lo na. If you want to go and sleep with China, go and sleep with China. Who stops them? Anyway, on P Guru channel, I covered one episode. I remember a month or 2 months back. I told you that China is sending those bikini-clad models and all. They are trying to have shoots in Maldives. Why? Because Chinese government told the new president, okay, we'll promote tourism there. But when Chinese go, three things come in free: prostitution, gambling, and drugs. So they will come for free. Now, Maldives is so-called a Muslim country. Do they want prostitution, drugs, and gambling in their country? Their call. But if you get Chinese as your things, and one day, let me warn you, Mr. Maldives, mend your ways. Otherwise, there's a place called Xinjiang, and there's somebody called Uyghurs. Now, you know how China is handling them. You are still an island, huh? You're still an island. And if you become too close with Chinese, some re-education camps might even start in Maldives. And some forced DNA engineering might be even done in Maldives. So that is the trade-off Maldives wants to take. It's call between the president and the people of Maldives. How do they want to go? I am very direct and explicit when it comes to China. I warned you, and even one of the episodes I warned you, there's one Chinese corporation, I can't pronounce the name correctly right now. I told you it's going to get bankrupt. And yesterday somebody tweeted me as they have declared bankruptcy. I told you 2 months in advance they will go bankrupt on our end game series on China, which happens every Sunday. So our interests are for our country. If it hurts you, Yeah,
Next
correct.
question, please. We've already answered this question. Next one. Pradeep Tumati, thank you so much. Is government planning to regulate transaction tax during real estate sales? NRIs cannot buy any real estate using white money.
Why? I think you can buy, to best of my knowledge, you can buy any real estate using the white money. What is the problem?
The seller doesn't want to accept, Sarji. And a
Huh?
buyer also, buyer has to pay the transaction fees. Like I think resale is 9% and new is 10% or something like that. It varies from state to state.
It varies.
So
It varies from state
money
to
is not
state.
small. Yeah.
Yeah, money is not small. Yeah, I agree to that point. And I don't know, you have to still do a registry of the property and you have to pay again there. I'm not sure on that. Is it like that?
No. It's just that the RERA gives you a very well-known, at least your ownership is clear once it is RERA certified. That is the most important thing any buyer needs to make sure that the property you are buying has a RERA certificate, RERA. And after that, this is a matter of, paying 1 lakh versus 2 lakhs in terms of registration fees. You are buying a 1 crore property. Why do you want to worry about that one small 1 lakh or 2 lakh? It doesn't matter.
Even for residents, sir, it is 7 to 9%, depending from state to state. Registry fees. It's again 7 to 9%, depending from state to state. We have to again pay here. For women, it's 1% less. If a woman is the buyer, in some states is 1% less. Let's say it's 9 for male, and it will be 8 for a lady or a woman who wants to be the owner. Some states give that privilege.
Next one, please. Thank you, Ron Dio. 𝗤𝙧𝙤𝘆 Sharma wants to know, are we going to see Bharat as net security provider in the Indian Ocean like USA?
We are already on that part, sir, Sharmaji, and it's a matter of time. We will be seen and validated there. So it's not and secondly, Indian Ocean is our ocean. We have to maintain dominance on the Indian Ocean. As I told you, what is Indian Ocean? 60% of the world trade flows through Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean has $15 trillion of mineral wealth below it, sir. There's a lot of money in Indian Ocean. It's a very strategic ocean. Why did Americans call it the Indo-Pacific Command, right? They've changed the nomenclature. So they realize the importance of the Indian Ocean. Whoever controls Indian Ocean now will control the high seas. It's as simple as that, because that is where the shift of the gravity of the world is going to be. And Chinese are not liking our bases in Andaman, Nicobar, and Lakshadweep, our naval assets. They're really pissed off with them. Really pissed off with them. And the transshipment ports we are coming, the transshipment hubs we are building, a lot of countries in the world are not happy around it, including some of our small friends. You get the name. I won't tell the name.
Next one, please. Partha wants to know, 2 new hotels are being developed for Lakshadweep. Can Andaman and Nicobar also be revamped for tourism, or is it only for defense security?
You see, if you talk of Lakshadweep, there are today around 10 inhabited islands. Now, when you have tourism and all going on, ideally we want all islands to be habited. We want people to live there, and we want a full-fledged structure to come here. Look, when Macau is possible, when Thailand is possible, when Pattaya is possible, when Cyprus is possible, when Seychelles is possible, when Mauritius is possible, why Lakshadweep is not possible? And for the information of my viewers here, my friends, Thailand gets $65 billion from tourism every year. $65 billion is a lot of money. And I think we have same or better potential. It's a matter of building it up. And you see, if you look at our tourism today, our 80% of the tourism runs from our domestic people. How many Indians are going to Thailand? How many Indians are going to Seychelles, Mauritius, Maldives, and all that? If 50% of them start going to Lakshadweep, Andaman, Nicobar, done, settled. And how many of our NRI friends, our NRI brothers are going to these places now? No Maldives, Lakshadweep, by MNL, Lakshadweep.
Next one. Thank you, Saravanan Salan, for your super sticker. Sudhali Deshmukh wants to know, please share the opinion on next quarter for Bombay stock market. This is out of syllabus, Sarji.
No, it will. I can only tell you one thing: it will go up. But in the month of January, expect one big correction to happen. That's all what I can share on public broadcast.
Next one, please. Thank you, SR. Sumit sir, your opinion on Chinese diplomats visiting RSS Mandir in Nagpur.
And why BJP is not preparing elections to save us all from daily nonsense. देखिए, China is trying to give you an impression their heart and mind has changed. But you can never ever trust Chinese. Never ever trust Chinese. That is for given. And world has realized this. So if they can play games with the Americans who are feeding them, who have fed them and brought them up. America is like the stepfather of China. If you can stab your stepfather in the back, forget the friends. So you're better, you are neither friends nor enemies of China, right? That's point number one. Second thing is they go to RSS Mandir in Nagpur and all. They can do all the semantics optics. It's okay. Okay, we don't mind. Second thing is why BJP. You see, why do you want the entertainment to stop, sir? You want entertainment to stop. You want the media companies to stop. The entertainment and the media companies have to also make dal roti. So let India Alliance talk about. Sree sir, did you hear the buzz yesterday? Do you know what was the buzz in yesterday in all our media and all yesterday?
No.
The buzz was Congress is only contesting 255 seats. Do you believe it?
Oh.
Out of 540 odd seats, only 255 seats. That means they are not even contesting 50% of the seats. Do you believe grand old party?
Wow. Is it confirmed?
It is the buzz, looks like to be, but we had not got a formal confirm. But that is what we were debating all day yesterday. And they are saying it's because of the alliance. And they're saying it's because of the alliance. Do you believe? Yeah, bole, sir.
Thank you, Ravi Kumar, for your generous donation. Thank you, SR. Your opinion on radio silence in India on Epstein list and Mevaram Jain of INC. Where are all the people who say India is unsafe for women now?
Yeah, Epstein Island is somewhere on my charter. I think we are going to do something on that. But just gathering more information and waiting for the things to come. These things like, Epstein, how to pronounce it? Epstein Island and all are blots on humanity. And the people, if anybody is involved, literally, if I am the decision maker, I'll make them face the firing squad. Because you cannot do this with kids and children and all, because this is a crime against humanity. I don't know what any country's law says, but if some people are found there, this is the worst ever crime you can do. I've seen the interview of a lady now. She's quite grown up now. She's adult now. And I heard that telling that I have been even raped 3 times a day as a child. I've seen those videos. I mean, my heart starts crying looking at them. How can you do this to children? And there are so many allegations which are coming, Sree sir, so many allegations that people are running NGOs in Africa and suddenly the girls are disappearing from them and suddenly you find them reaching here. And so-called world's biggest philanthropists have gone there 56 times to do what? Meditation. No, this is really, really absurd.
Next one, please. Phoenix wants to know, or he wants to say, another wicket down unknown in Bikaristan. Cleric Maulana Rahmani straight to 72 sixers.
Kal ho gaya, sir. I put it on my Twitter handle as it happened. So I have tweeted it immediately as happened. So Maulana Sahib is with 72 now. And more and more are getting there. And even if you remember last week, one of the close relatives of Masood Azhar was also taken out. But it didn't cover, a lot of people didn't cover that. But I think I tweeted it or I spoke about it. So I have lost the count. Sir, it's almost 40 and going strong. How many do you want me to remember? Every day, idhar udhar. It's like everyday news. Weather. Sunrise at 7:15.
Next one, please. Vijay Kumar wants to know, Sumit sir, why pin drop silence of heroic operation on news media and opposition? Are they shocked or Modiji hatred?
Vijay Kumarji, I can answer this in English and Hindi both. In English, it is when there is something which India and India should be proud of about, we get a radio silence from opposition in India, from left rebels in India, anybody in India. Now, what I want all my brothers and sisters, I want all of you, whichever social media you are, take out that video or write a post, write to Indian Navy, write to them. Let's see that our voices are more. our voice is more powerful than their voice, right? This is what I was trying to even talk in my show. Why there is a radio silence? Why nobody is congratulating and talking about it? We should be talking about it. Second point is, Hindi में बोलूँगा, ये मोदी विरोध करते करते देश विरोध कब करते रहे पता ही नहीं लगता. You know, by opposing Modi, when do they start opposing the country? Shouldn't Rahul Gandhi today congratulated Indian Navy? Kharge ji, Akhilesh Yadav, Mamta Didi, they should have all congratulated Indian Navy. Why Indian Navy deserves a congratulation? Why they are not congratulating? Why they are not congratulating the defense minister? Because this is a win of the India. And let me tell you, when Virat Kohli will do a century, all of them will jump and congratulate Virat Kohli. Jabki wo to khel hai. That is only a game. Huh? There are no bullets flying. Huh? There is no lives at risk. It's just a khel. Everybody will congratulate Virat Kohli. Wow, kya chakka mara. But when the real heroes do the real job, nobody will congratulate. I told you, when unfortunately Rajkumar ji, the South Indian superstar, was kidnapped by Veerappan, then the hell broke loose because he's a 𝗣𝗽𝗼𝗍𝗍 𝗔. And when the miners were getting trapped somewhere, he will not bother. Now today the tables have changed. You are celebrating those, those light camera action heroes and that balla bat heroes, but not the real heroes who risk their life every day for India. When will the time come when we will start celebrating the real heroes? Not these. Now, I want to share a small incident. I'm diverting a bit from the topic. I was once in a news conclave, a news channel conclave in New Delhi, and there was one Bollywood star who had come there, a famous Bollywood star. And guest relation had told me, Sumit bhai, do you want to take a picture? With whom? This ex-Bollywood star. One of those typical Bollywood stars. I'll arrange a special picture for you. In the same conclave, we had Mr. Chetan Cheetha. Chetan Cheetha ji is the BSF commandant who saved 5 of his men. I think he got 13 bullets, but he survived. His one eye is not properly working. His hand is a bit there and all. I told him, I said, Bhai Sahab, when you have the real hero here, why do I need this fake hero? He's just a fakeister. Ye light camera action wala, ye nahi chalega. I took the pictures with Chetan Cheetha ji. And Chetan Cheetha ji, if you get this video somewhere, salute you, sir. It was Hotel Lee Meridian, New Delhi. And you know the channel, you know the actor I'm talking about. So when you are real heroes in life, and one of these fakesters, I heard in his interview telling, there was a Marcos guy trying to take a selfie with me. मैंने कहा अच्छा, लटका दिखा दिया मैंने, झटका लगाया क्यों तुमको? Come on, yaar, Marcos are men of steel. You are light camera action, tick tick, 𝗤𝙗𝙤𝙪 tiger and 𝗤𝙗𝙪 pathan. Don't say that Marcos wants to take a picture with you. Who are you? Ho kaun tum yaar? Who the hell are you? These are the real heroes of India. So my brothers and sisters, salute the real heroes. These are our real heroes, not those.
Next one, please. Jakpreet Batra says, it's good we didn't join US-led alliance, which is doing only lip service while our Marcos have delivered. If we had joined this alliance, US would have taken the credit. Free ka, of course.
Jaspreet Batra ji, it's a good and a noble thought. That's why we told them we'll protect the Indian Ocean. And when it comes push to shove, we'll protect our assets. Agar aapki zarurat padegi, we'll take assistance from you. Because when you go into US alliance, US is by default a leader. They will choose the wars you have to fight. They will choose the battles you have to fight. So we don't want to that. Our intention is India and India's interests. So we are not getting into your legal tussles. The problem with the American economy is based on consumerism, and every quarter, every company has to make money. So even the foreign policy is now based on a quarter. What can sell? Where can it sell? How can I make more money? So it is not the national good or the collective good of America. It's what works for this quarter or what works for these 6 months. Unfortunately, that is how the policies are made. And we don't want to be a part of that policy.
Next one, please. Pradeep has a clarification. In Hyderabad, white for property 7 lakh, black is 93 lakhs. That's very high. For 1 crore property is what he's saying.
And no comments on that, sir. But what I know here is that in Delhi and all, you have something called circle rate. You cannot sell in a lot of places in Delhi and Gurugram and Noida and all. The circle rate is higher than the market rate. So there is no way if you buy below the circle rate, you will immediately get a notice from income tax. So there's no way you can buy below. And circle rate means you have to pay in white. So a lot of things, there might be some pockets where some issues are there, But I'm broadly talking about Delhi, Noida, Gurugram and all.
Now it starts from there and spreads out. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the best way is the government should raise the circle rate. That way they will get more revenue and the black money will be completely cut. If let's say the market price going is 10,000 rupees per square feet, for example, your circle rate has to be 10,200. So anybody who buys a, let's say, 1,000 square feet apartment, or it has to pay at the rate of 10,200. So there is no question of black money. Then you have to, then that way government can get more revenues, because 7% or 9% will be calculated on the, that 10,200 rupees per square feet, right? So that way government gets more revenue. I don't know why some people are keeping the circle rate lower. Circle rate should never be lower. In fact, it should be 1 or 2 points higher than the market price.
Next one, please. Thank you, SR. Ask Iyer, sir, what is the future of energy, lithium, 𝗤𝙬𝗀, thorium, coastline, and hydrogen Indian Ocean, in your opinion? I think nuclear should be used more, and India needs to have technology that can accept thorium instead of uranium and produce nuclear energy. India has done about 60 to 80% of the way, not all the way. India has Atomic Energy Commission, you know that thing, 𝗤𝗏𝘬𝗓, in Trivandrum, as well as I think Trombay, I think in Mumbai, near Mumbai. So there is work going on. This is all hush-hush. Nobody can say anything, although once India has that, it might be one of the first ones to have a thorium-based nuclear energy. That is for electricity. As far as fuel for cars and vehicles, hydrogen is the best, but there's always a but with hydrogen, because hydrogen bottling is difficult. The effluent is good, water. After hydrogen mixes with oxygen and burns, what you get is water, and water will just come out the pipe in the back of the car. So that doesn't pollute the atmosphere. So this is the ideal scenario. We have to wait and see. Lithium will be the stopgap situation until things improve and become more towards these two technologies. Thank you, thought provocateur. यहाँ से 500 कोस दूर जब पीढ़ी में मुनि रोता है, पिंडी में मुनि रोता है, तब माँ कहती है बेटा सो जा वरना अननोन में आ जाएगा.
मजा आ गया थ्रॉट प्रोवोकेटर साहब. मजा आ गया. नहीं तो अनमैन गनमैन है. अब अननोन गनमैन से तो वहां के मतलब इट हैज बिकम द न्यू what do you call that, predator of the Pakistan. अब पता नहीं अननोन गनमैन कौन है, कहां से आते हैं, and they're hardly missing anything. They're hardly missing anything.
अभी 2-3 का टिकट नहीं कटा है ना. मियां मिट्टू अभी भी
सलाउद्दीन है, ये हाफिज सैयद है, और आपका क्या नाम है, लखवी है. लखवी 3-4 बचे हैं अभी, हाई प्रोफाइल 4 बचे हैं, बाकी तो निपट रहे सारे.
Next one. Thank you so much, Rakesh Sharma, for your super sticker. Thank you so much. And that brings us to a close of today's program. Sumitji, thank you so much. And viewers, before we go jate, let's remember Har Har Mahadev. Okay, sir, over to you.
Sir, thank you to all. Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata ki jai, and Har 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 Mahadev.
𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏